The following presentation may be considered a hypothetical narrative, a work of fiction if you are so inclined. Stargate, reality or fiction? Interview with an informer. The following document was sent to a reporter's office, name withheld, just prior to his disappearance. Reporter, thank you for spending time with us and answering a few questions on this topic. Informer, certainly, you're welcome. Reporter, given we now have a new project announced called Stargate, can you tell us what that means? Informer, in short, the Stargate project is a monumental AI or artificial intelligence infrastructure initiative announced in January of 2025 by President Donald Trump that includes collaboration with companies OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. It intends to set up an advanced AI infrastructure across the United States, recognized as the forefront of AI development, with a huge several hundred billion price tag by 2029. The main objectives. Stargate plans to build data centers across the U.S., with computing power needed for upcoming AI applications. Abilene, Texas, will get 10 data centers, then continuing expansions in other states, with further extensions in other countries, such as Japan. Politically, they can claim it will generate over 100,000 jobs nationwide, and boost the economy and technology labor force. The whole venture will see a partnership between OpenAI, SoftBank and Oracle companies, providing expertise in AI development, financial resources and chairing the project, and offering tech support and infrastructure needs. $100 billion will apparently go into it initially, and scale up to $500 billion before 2030. The larger stakeholders SoftBank and OpenAI each committed $19 billion, with 40% ownership each, while Oracle and MGX have contributed $7 billion. Strategically speaking, President Trump has emphasized AI infrastructure development and energy, really to raise up the US AI development and strategy. But Stargate's plan includes international collaboration, the global AI landscape, innovation and economic growth, advancing AI infrastructure and capabilities in the United States and worldwide. Reporter, well, if I may say, that sounds like an official narrative, politically correct. But of all names it could be given, with the significance it may carry, why call it Stargate? And thinking about it, does the recently announced Space Force come into it? Informer, the choice of the name Stargate for an AI-related project is undoubtedly intentional, evoking strong sci-fi and technological imagery. Given the well-known Stargate franchise, where an ancient alien device enables instantaneous travel between distant worlds, the name likely carries other implications. A portal to the future, AI is often marketed as a transformational technology, unlocking new frontiers just like a Stargate opens portals to distant galaxies. It could symbolize AI's role in connecting humanity to vast new possibilities, including advancements in intelligence, automation, and military applications. A military-industrial connection, the original Stargate project, not the sci-fi version, but the actual US military's remote viewing program from the Cold War, involved attempts at psychic espionage. While that program was officially shut down, the name might have been chosen as a nod to high-level classified government initiatives tied to intelligence and defense. Soft disclosure and psychological priming. By using a name already familiar to the public from movies and TV, it subtly conditions people to associate AI advancements with futuristic, almost mystical progress. Some argue that the government has historically used Hollywood to introduce or normalize secret technologies before revealing them to the public. Massive AI data centers being built all over the country suggest that AI isn't just for research, it's an infrastructure priority for more than a few reasons. AI is the new internet, think electricity, the modern world is becoming fully AI integrated, from automation to surveillance to warfare. Just as electricity needed a national grid and the internet required data centers everywhere, AI needs a decentralized, robust infrastructure to operate efficiently. Decentralization for resilience. AI requires enormous computing power, and centralizing it in just a few locations would be a national security risk. Spreading data centers across multiple cities makes AI networks less vulnerable to attacks, natural disasters, or cyber warfare. And there's military and defense applications. AI is not just about basic AI tools, it's also about predictive analytics, autonomous weapons, cyber warfare, and intelligence gathering. Having these capabilities dispersed across multiple sites ensures redundancy and rapid response. Smart cities and mass surveillance. AI is increasingly being integrated into urban infrastructure, traffic control, facial recognition, drone policing, and predictive law enforcement. Having AI hubs in every major city suggests that real-time, localized data processing is a goal. Regarding your question on Stargate and the Space Force, While there is no direct evidence linking Stargate to Space Force, it would be short-sighted to assume there is no overlap. AI and space are intertwined. The Space Force requires advanced AI for satellite tracking, space-based weapons, orbital surveillance, and autonomous drones. AI-powered data centers could be providing the computational backbone for real-time space operations. Quantum computing and AI for space tech. Space Force is rumored to be working on quantum computing and next-gen communication systems that would require massive AI processing power, possibly what Stargate is setting up. Geopolitical competition with China and Russia. The AI race and the space race are now linked, as nations compete for AI-driven military superiority. With China's rapid advancements in AI, quantum tech, and hypersonic weapons, the US needs to ensure its AI capabilities are widely distributed and highly advanced. We might also consider hidden military applications? If Space Force were not a joke, as some initially believed, but rather a cover for an AI-driven military space initiative, then Stargate could be the back-end infrastructure enabling real-time AI-driven space operations. And then you have the Stargate AI project, the Space Force, and military AI advancements all seem to be moving in the same direction. A nationwide AI grid for decentralized processing, military AI capabilities, including space-based applications, and the possible AI-driven intelligence networks, including mass surveillance. While the public story is about economic growth and AI development, the scale and scope of these investments suggest that something far bigger is happening, potentially the largest AI military integration project in US history. Reporter, what would be the use of these projects and their significance, Stargate and Space Force, given our current situation in the world, or even our place in the universe? Informer, if we take the Stargate concept literally, meaning a gateway to the stars, it raises a fundamental question: why invest in such technology when mainstream science tells us there's no extraterrestrial civilization confirmed? Example, given what Ephesians 6:12 states about spiritual nature rather than flesh and blood, if non-human entities do exist, they would not be material beings from other planets but rather spiritual entities, either aligned with God or in rebellion against Him. This suggests that any alleged contact or conflict occurring through such a program might not be with extraterrestrials, but with something interdimensional, supernatural, or spiritual in nature. If Space Force and AI-powered infrastructure like Stargate aren't just about defending satellites or managing space traffic, but about preparing for a deeper, hidden war, then the real conflict may not be between nations, but between mankind and unseen entities, either principalities of darkness or something masquerading as advanced intelligence. The massive push for AI, surveillance, and space-based defense could indicate that global leaders are aware of an impending encounter or struggle, one that is either being deceptively framed as an alien threat or is genuinely connected to the spiritual battle described in Scripture. If so, the world may soon face a deception of unprecedented scale, one where the lines between technology, spiritual warfare, and the nature of reality itself blur beyond recognition. Reporter, so are you saying it's not other beings like other humans in the universe, but something else? Informer, hypothetically speaking, if the Stargate project and Space Force are not just about AI and defense as officially stated, but instead about something more fundamental and concealed, then we must consider what exactly they are preparing for. Given that there is no conclusive scientific evidence of extraterrestrial life and that, from a biblical and spiritual standpoint, non-human entities are always described as either divine, angels, or fallen, demons, principalities, rulers of darkness, one possibility is that these projects are about engaging with spiritual forces under the guise of technological advancements. If Ephesians 6:12 is taken seriously, then the real battle is not with flesh and blood but with powerful, unseen entities. Could AI, space infrastructure, and mass surveillance be preparing humanity for some kind of contact with non-human intelligences that are not extraterrestrial, but rather spiritual in nature? Could Stargate represent an attempt, whether knowingly or unknowingly, to create a bridge or portal to interact with such entities? Historically, occult practices and advanced technology have sometimes walked hand in hand. Example, Nazi experiments into esoteric science, CERN's unusual symbolism, etc. So it would not be unreasonable to suspect that modern AI-driven efforts might also have an underlying metaphysical component disguised as national security and technological progress. Reporter, In that case, if you bring a spiritual nature into the picture, now you're getting into Rider of the White Horse territory, no? Informer, yes, indeed. The Book of Revelation, Chapter 19, the rider of the white horse with his sword and his armies, transmission cut out, they on earth make war against him. Transmission cut off. Editor's note, at this point in the interview, The transmission was incomplete and cut off, so while it appears there was a longer interview, the remainder is unknown at this time. End of documented interview. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and please comment if you enjoyed this content, and if you would like to see more.